Hey folks, Rob here, and tonight we got a new gun on the table, and this gun was given to me by my brother Elwood. So Elwood gave us this gun for the channel, and this is the Smith & Wesson SD40VE. This is chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. This is a man's cartridge, so it's not for, the weak-hearted. It's more than the FBI can handle, so it was made for them at their request after the 72 shootout. 9mm proved to be inefficient, and so they wanted a new cartridge. And first the 10mm came along, and that was way too hot for them, and then the 40 came along, and they used that for several years. Most police departments switched over to it. And then they decided that the 40 was just too much. It's more than most of the average agents could handle and shoot well. So they went back to the 9mm, using the excuse that the 9mm advances had made it superior to the 40. I don't know about that. I'm still a big fan of the 40. I've always liked 40. I think it's a good compromise between 9 and 45. But here we have our Smith & Wesson SDVE. This was one of Smith & Wesson's first polymer pistols, kind of like this. They were actually sued by Glock because of this takedown, and for years had to pay Glock a royalty on every gun that was manufactured. So the Glock sued them, won, and but this one comes with one 14-round magazine. That's all he had for it. And it's stainless steel on polymer. It actually has some really nice texture grip. The texture on it's really nice. And it's got big 3-dot white sights, 3-dot sights. Actually show up pretty good. I think these sights are pretty much interchangeable with the M&P line. Don't hold me to that, but I think they are. It's a pretty simple operation. You got a mag catch here, and no, it's not reversible. So this is a right-hand only gun because this is not reversible, and it takes down just exactly like a Glock. Now this gun is unloaded. There's nothing in the chamber. We are empty and clear. 40 is kind of undesirable right now, and so they don't turn over very fast when you have a 40. We're going to keep this, and we're going to use this as I'm thinking about we're going to order an M Carbo trigger spring kit and put in it and see what we can do. I gotta admit, these little tabs are harder to pull down than Glocks are hard for me, but these seem even harder for some reason. I just cannot hardly get a hold of those. But it comes apart just like a Glock. You push down on your two sides there. Now this gun, it doesn't appear to be shot a whole lot. The frames, the rails and everything, good shape. It's got the molded in rails just like the Glock. You have your guide rod here, which is a plastic guide rod, and then your barrel, stainless steel. This is all stainless steel gun. Smith & Wesson has probably sold millions of these things because they were cheap and people bought them, who just wanted a gun. Now this will make an excellent truck gun, something to throw around. It's a little dirty, could use a little cleaning. We'll clean her up and get her ready to shoot when we get a chance to. But anyway, it goes back together just like a Glock. Insert your barrel, insert your guide rod and spring, compress it. Make sure you're on that lower. It's got a little step there. I don't know if you can see it, but you don't want it on this upper step, like right there. You want it down under that second step of the barrel lug. So just like that is how you want that. And then it's simple as sliding it back onto the receiver and function test. Now, this gun unloaded. Let's check the weight on it, see what it weighs. And let's see, we're in grams. Let's go to ounces. This gun unloaded is 22.6 ounces. So not a real heavy gun. Probably somewhere similar there to a Glock. I don't know what a Glock 19 weighs specifically, but it's pretty close. So 22.6 ounces. Now, the one thing that hurt these guns really bad was Smith & Wesson decided, hey guys, let's copy a Glock and put the world's crappiest trigger in it. And see if we can sell 10 million of them. I don't know if they have, but they sold a bunch of these. And the one thing that has always hurt these guns is the crappy trigger. And they just have probably the worst striker-fired trigger there is. And they're known for that. So, here's your trigger here. You got quite a bit of take-up. Not a whole lot. But it's got that hinge trigger. So you feel some mush. And it just keeps going, creep, gets heavier, heavier, creep, heavier, and then it breaks. So it kind of stacks, it creeps and stacks, and, you know, it's not a good trigger. And let's see what this one's coming in at. So let's put her up here. Let's turn on our Pride Fend digital meter here. And let's take a few readings and see what we get for this gun. 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Let's enter that. £7, 11 ounces. £8, 3 ounces. That felt kind of like it slipped off the trigger a little bit. £8, 3 ounces. Let's do one last one. It's kind of hard to get your meter on there because you have to get that. You have to get the hammer to the hinge to, and I'm 7, 8. So we got an average trigger pull of 7 pounds, 14 ounces, which is in today's standard for strike-fired pistols, it's a pretty heavy trigger. Now this one has been probably shot enough that it doesn't have a lot of grit. You don't feel a lot of grit, or it's just heavy and got a lot of travel. So anyway, we may order some M-Carbo kit and see if we can improve that a little bit. But so anyway, guys, and Friday we'll have another new gun. I got a new one that I got to pick up, but I got to work, so I won't get up there to pick it up till Friday when I'm off. So Friday we got a brand new gun waiting up for us there at Bypass, and when we get going to pick it up, it's going to be I'll just give you a hint. It's a revolver. And so anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope everybody's doing well out there, and everybody stay safe. And you know, I appreciate each and every one of you that watches me. I really do. You all mean the world to me. You're just like my family. And until the next video, we'll see you guys later.